All right, you sixth grade engineer students, we are on day 2 of the Fling machine project, which means your activities for today are to figure out what your plan is to build your Fling machine, and then you need to sketch it out. After that, then you're just going to gather your materials and collect it right now to make sure you have it for when you build on day 3. So let's talk about when you're planning and sketching your design. My first question is, what is your plan? If you all don't know the plan yet for what you want to design and build, if your answer is no, I don't know, research some ideas. You got to look them up and maybe use Google is a common one. If you already know what your plan is, yes, you know, then I still want you to research some more. You should have more than one plan, one idea, and researching may end up tweaking your plan into making something different. So when you research, one common way to do it is just simply Googling Fling machine ideas or PLTW Fling machine, and that is what our course is, Project Lead the Way Fling machine. Once you have your plan, it's going to be time to sketch your idea, and that's what you need to complete today. And when you do this in your sketch, you need to make sure you label each part in your drawing. We're not going to be able to tell what parts are just by drawing, so that's where you're going to label it and point arrows. I'll show a sample of that in a moment. Then you need to have a quick and small description of how you plan on operating it, just to give us an idea when we're grading and looking at it how it'll work. And lastly is you need to insert an image of your sketch into your design notebook and try to make it a little bit bigger, your drawing, just so we're able to see it in the design notebook. So I have a sample for you to look at, and it's this. It's a common one that a lot of students attempt, and it's like a slingshot model. But my question is, what's wrong with this sketch? Well, the plan itself of using this slingshot, that looks good. If you end up doing that, that's great, but ultimately, find another idea. You should test more than this one very common one. Try to find ways to tweak it or a completely new idea. But as far as the actual sketch here, it's missing a few things. So first, it's missing the labels because I have to know what is each part. What is this right here? What is this right here? I need to know what all that is. Then I need to have a small description of how it's going to be operating. And so I don't have that yet. I'll need to add that in. Once I do that, this is what it'll look like. And so you can see I labeled, this is my rubber band, this is my cotton ball, and I'm just drawing arrows. I'm using a craft stick and then the tape to secure it together. Next to that is a small description. Hopefully you can see it. It says, I will use a slingshot model for my Fling machine design. I will pull the rubber band back and the cotton ball will launch forward as I release the rubber band. Just 2 quick sentences to give a description that'll make it easy for us to understand how you're gonna use your Fling machine. So once you have your sketch done, we need to insert it into your design notebook. So I'm gonna go back here and show you in your Fling machine design notebook, scroll down to developing ideas. Developing ideas is where we, there we go. Developing ideas is where we are making our plan and deciding it and doing a blueprint before we actually follow through with our plan. So sketch possible design ideas, I already did that, and then I needed to label the materials listed above for what I'm going to do, and then include an image of it. And so how to do that is you're going to put your cursor under sketch number 1, and then if you go up to this little icon here that says Insert Image, and then from there click on Camera. Now if you are in Schoology right now looking at your Google Doc, it's not going to let you take a picture. So you need to take your document in a separate tab, your Google Doc into a separate tab other than Schoology in order for your camera to work. Once you click on camera, then you're able to just hold your piece of paper up in front of your screen and then insert an image. And once you do that, I will be able to see, or your teacher will be able to see what sketch you have. So I just did sketch number 1, but remember you should be doing and aspire to do 3 of them just to have more than one idea. We don't know if it's going to work that well, and that's why it's good to have backup plans. So that's what you're working on for today. As far as what's next, just gather your materials. You don't have to build it today. You're going to be doing that on day 3. But you also need to know that you have the materials. So if you sketch a plan where you don't have the materials at home, find a different plan. You got to make sure you're able to follow your plan. And then when you come in on day 3 of the Fling machine, that's when you're going to actually build it, follow your plan, and test it out.